So we are in the Dalmatia region of Croatia with CRNO, which I'm pretty sure based on the label is supposed to be like CRNO. I assume because they're talking, music. Also, I'm just now noticing, looking a little bit closer at this, their bottles, a lot of their labels have like cats and dogs on them. And I'm just now noticing that this guy looks like he has the little dog tail that they normally put on, and the girl has a little cat tail. So that's funny. And of course, some little wine glasses. Yeah, so I love this producer, BIBIch, and I don't think Zev has had them for very long. I think that this is the first vintages that they're bringing in from them. And holy smokes, I was like blown away by Lasin, which is Lasin, Lasin grape, like a native grape there. It tasted like the most beautiful burgundies I've ever drank in my life. It was just an unreal wine. And they ran out of that very quickly, but they did get another group of them in their like, I guess like more mass produced by national standards, enough to put in the whole club wines. And so this one's a Syrah. And I just think they're great winemakers. Also just totally random, but I looked them up the other day and they have the nicest like suite to go stay. I like looked at Nick and I was like, should we like go to our honeymoon at this like vineyard where they have this amazing like guest house? Anyways, look them up, BIBIch, if you want to go to Croatia. It looks absolutely amazing. And you'll know that the wines are actually really good when you get there and naturally made. It's not that often that you normally find that. Most of the natural winemakers, have stuff set up in their garage or, in a large building somewhere and don't have fancy accommodations for you. So we'll plug. All right. So yeah, like I said, we're talking about Syrah here, 100%. Relatively old vines. I think it's like almost 4 decades. So that should be nice. I will be prefaced with it's a little too cold right now because I drank it last night with dinner and then I also put it in the fridge. So I remember it from last night being slightly different. I can kind of give a bit of a comparison there as well. Yeah, 1 or 2 more things on the winemaking. So 14 days with the skins, no fining or filtering, 10 milligrams of sulfur added. So that should really just tell us that it should generally be like a regular Syrah. It's and stainless steel too, so like should not have had contact with any of the air. So potentially a little bit fresher. It's 2019, so that gives it a couple of years. All right, so we're talking about Syrah, so it's relatively dark, starting to get a little bit of rim variation, which is just that color on the outside that's a little bit lighter than the color on the inside. Very red, like way more red than it is purpley. And on the top, up here, we're looking for the lighter notes. And then on the bottom, we're looking for the deeper notes. So I normally look for the fruit down here and look for the non-fruit stuff on the top. And this one smells so tasty. So on the top, it honestly smells a little bit like meaty, a little bit, I'm saying jammy. Jammy seems a little silly because like normally you'd say that about the fruit, but I don't want to get into the fruit yet. So we'll leave that for a second. Spices like nutmeg maybe and cinnamon. There's a lot here, and like I said, this is cold, so a little bit of this also from memory, but like there is a lot there for this thing being kind of cold. It's got a little bit of floral too. I don't know that I'd specifically say it's violets because I don't think this blend is that deep, but something like that. And yeah, there's just a lot to pull from this. So let's go to the bottom. So deep dark fruits. It's like blackberries and blueberries and plum jam. A little leathery. Yeah, there's a lot and I'm not gonna be able to get all of it right now. So enjoy kind of trying that. I would highly recommend putting it in the fridge for like 30 minutes. No, probably like 20. And then trying it, seeing how it tastes as the time progresses. So let's try it. Oh man, that is tasty. So it's got this lovely berry finish. It's super medium bodied, like kind of across the board, like medium acid, medium tannin. Again, some of that might be a little bit muted from the cold, but I don't think so. I won't get to what I ate yet. I don't think so. I think it's pretty like across the board, just like consistent, deliciously balanced in all those areas with kind of like medium everything. So let's try it again. It's crunchy. So the fruit like quality is very ripe on the palate. So like kind of, I describe wines as crunchy when it feels like there's like a bunch of fruit in your mouth and that fruit is like fresh. Sometimes that fruit, tastes like cherry pie cherries, like they're reduced and they're like a little bit like sugary and have like cinnamon on them and not super tasty. But this is also super tasty. It's like biting into something super fresh and like the juice is like going to run down the front of your mouth. So when it tastes like that, I always picture, to me, that's what crunchy means when someone says a wine's crunchy, because it's just what it feels like. It feels so good in your mouth like that. Just had to sneak one more in because it's very tasty. So pairing wise, I had this last night with mushroom pasta and thought it was divine. Syrah is so easy for pairing. You can put it with all kinds of stuff. So yeah, pastas, it would be fine with like tomato-based pastas, but I liked it more with like pastas where it's based off of like an olive oil or cream. I think that's a little bit better, which stinks because I bought a ton of tomatoes on accident and I really need to eat them. But don't worry, there's lots of wines that go with the tomato sauces too. So that was great. I love that pairing yesterday. If you want to go meats, I think that pork would be perfect with this. You could do something a little heavier or lighter, but it just feels, again, I said medium everything. It just feels right in there. You could put it with turkey. You can put it with roasted chicken or whatever, but pork tenderloin with some kind of glaze, like a glaze with cinnamon or honey or something on it would also be really, really nice. Yeah, this is an easy food pairing wine. So, but it's also, well, again, mine's a little cold, but easy drinking by itself. So a little gem from Croatia. I hope you guys love it. I think that I hope we'll see a lot more of this producer because everything I've had from them has been just gold so far. And I know they have some rosés and oranges as well. So I'd love to get those in here at some point too. So enjoy.